Hey guys, how is it going? Welcome to Starfield. I'm sure you're seeing that static on the screen. I'm in a hotel and it doesn't have the best Wi-Fi. In order to use my mic, I'm having to play the game through my laptop instead of through the Xbox. So this video is like kind of a start off to Outpost, right? You're getting into the game, you want to know some outpost building and things like that. My hope is to kind of show you guys a great tutorial guide on how to do a lot of the stuff in the outpost that you may want to do. So to start it off, I'm here at I call this my supply depot, and it's kind of a newer facility. Like, it's a newer outpost I've been building. I had one previous, which now I just use for like overstock. Let me turn that music off or down. Let me turn the music down. Sounds good. Okay, got the music off. Basically, this is where I like to put all my resources. If I buy them, I mine them. You know, I loot them. However I get it, this is where I like to put it. Each one of these, we'll start over here, is its own individual resource. You can see aldemite. If you just keep going, it goes in alphabetical order. I got one large storage, and one small one. The small one was just so I can get a quick naming reference. So if I want to run past some of the stock stuff, I can see what my inventory, what the name is, look down and see how many I got. Do I need to add any? And of course, you can always just look at the front to see as well. When I built my supply depot, I like to build them on moons with low gravity because it lets you jump a lot higher than gravity planets. So basically, every resource is organized all the way through here. All your non-organic resources are those that you would mine. Maybe they're like kind of like the mine or extract. I want to say extract from the planet. It doesn't grow. You extract it from the planet. Organic materials are those that are from animals and plants, like cosmetics and this biosuppressant and so forth, like adhesive and things like that. You would get from animals and plants. Then you have your industrial materials. Those are the ones that would go in these warehouses over here, and these are like mechanical that you would use to craft. So you would take your raw resources and craft these items right here. So I got them all ordered, or not ordered, but organized. And with just one storage is more than enough for these things. You don't need like 5 big large storages stacked up to hold these resources. Basically what this place does is I come by here, I do all my weapon upgrades, my armor upgrades. Whenever I see the glitch, I'll just pause that moment. But when you're seeing weapons, do any kind of crafting, I come here because I have all the resources here, right? They're not spread out across other outposts. So just an example of what I do, this is kind of like my main outpost right here that I just, whenever I go and grab resources, I bring them here. So, but what we're going to do is go and find a planet that we can build a helium outpost, just a tutorial on building an outpost. And then we're going to look at how to build the outpost, and then look at some of the other things we can do with that outpost. So more like connecting them all and things like that. Alpha Centauri, I believe, is where I have the most amount of outposts right now. Let's take a look. Yeah, so I got a copper one here. I got a nickel, cobalt, and I got an iron. All on this one planet, right? So this planet has helium as well. If we take a look. So when you're doing these resources, and you're building outposts to collect resources, it's always kind of good to try to put as many as you can close together. That way it's easier to get to them, and and then there's something else you can do that will make it a little bit easier as well. So you see I already have some outposts set up all over the place, and I already have most of the materials I need, but there is one I need. But you know what? That's fine. We're not going to worry about that right now. What we're going to do is come in here, and if you want to know how to build outposts, this is basically it, how you build all of them. But we're just going to use one as an example, a helium outpost, right? So we're going to drop in a helium area. That way we can find some helium here and build a quick outpost.
This place.
Okay.
Oh boy.
So let's go ahead and put out outposts. You can see this area has helium, so we're just going to toss this down anywhere. That's fine. And we're going to do an overview. It's kind of like the select button on the controller. And you can see the materials we need. I didn't bring nickel, so I'll probably need to go get some nickel. And definitely some copper for this extractor. But that's fine. We're going to go ahead and start placing this stuff down. We'll place what we can, which is looks like maybe 4. I want to build definitely more than that, but you're basically going to want to put them in this area where it highlights. Try to put them close together depending on how many you're trying to make. We're not here to get iron, but if you look around, you can see there's iron along there. So, okay. Another thing is obviously power. The wind turbine does 6 power. The solar dome does 8. So there's no reason really to use the wind one here. So we're gonna go ahead and use the solar. We're just gonna put a couple of these down. Basically, we need enough power. So now in the bottom right, we got enough power to power up all of those helium extractors. Now I'm going to need copper, adaptive frames, and nickel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go grab what I need, and I'll come back, and then we'll continue right at this point. Okay guys, I'm back. Okay, let's get back to this. Okay, so we're starting at helium, right? We want to resource as much helium as we can get. So we're going to put, I got enough stuff to make a few more extractors, plenty of extractors. So I want to make, like normally 5 or so is actually a good amount of extractors for just about any resource, because you're going to get them so quick. But we're going to go with a significant number here. We're going to go ahead and build some more solar domes. We're going to stick them to save space in here. And I apologize for the stream lag there. It's just these hotels, man, they have bad internet. And this game would eat up my phone data running it. So I don't need much more power, but you know what? We're going to go ahead and go just in case. We'll just go. There we go. Okay. Now, we got plenty of power. The problem is this stuff is going nowhere. All this helium is not going anywhere. So we're just going to put a small storage for now. Right there. So basically we put a helium or a gas medium storage right there. And you just come over to each one of these. Hit the right trigger, drag it over, and connect it to the storage. Basically, what it's going to do is output this extracting material, this helium, is going to output it all into this storage, right? So, we're just going to go by, keep connecting it. Just like this. I'm trying to figure out why the wires are green. Typically, they're... Okay, maybe they are. Maybe I'm just thinking wrong. They're red when you run it, and then green after they connect. Okay. That's correct. Okay, so after you got them all connected, you'll know because you can click on them, right trigger, and it won't highlight that little storage. We're just going to look in at storage real quick. There's all of our... I'm overloaded on inventory right now, so my oxygen is going to go down pretty fast. let's see. Let's come over here. You can see there's our helium that started pumping in there. But this is a temporary resolution. This isn't going to hold very much. We need to set up something that's going to hold a lot more. So before I do that, I would like to go ahead and build a place for my ship to land. That way when I show up, my ship doesn't show up a mile away. It's right here. So that way, if I do want to gather this, I'm close by to get back on my ship and leave when I'm overcumbered. Okay, and let's go ahead and build. Oh, I need some lubricant to build this. Okay, so I'm gonna have to probably make another run to get some lubricant. That's fine. Let's go ahead and build some more storages, and these can be anywhere you want to put them, just out of the way somewhere. Just out of the way somewhere. Let's take them over here. And the way we're setting it up, we're not going to have to come over here at all and check this stuff. So we're just going to put like, I don't know, six storages. That's what I'm going with. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to go connect this to the top one over on the right. Basically what's going to happen is everything's going to go into this one. As it goes into this one, it's going to shoot everything over to this one, right? That way it fills this storage up, and then it'll start filling this storage up. So you want the first storage that you connect to be, you want them to fill up all the way up to this one. So basically, when this one fills up, it's going to start filling this storage up, and if that storage fills up, you're not getting resources anymore because everything's full. So whenever our resources get to this storage, we're going to go ahead and connect this storage to this storage. That way when the resources get here, they go here, and then we're going to do so on to the bottom right. You can do this any way you like. This is just the way I like to do it. So basically what happens is our resources hit this container, they ship over to this container if it's empty, then it goes to this container as long as it's not full. Oh my gosh, that freaking network. It goes to this container and it makes its way all the way down to this container. So when this container fills up, it'll fill this one up, this one, and so on, all the way back to this. Eventually they will fill up if you don't come and remove all your resources from it, and you'll stop gathering resources. So, but either way, that's set up. We can kind of go check it as an example. We see there's no resources in this. You'll see why I like to, you see this one right here, how they're kind of high. It makes it hard to get to them when they're up high. But there you can see there's the helium right there. And down over here. So it'll fill this one up first and make its way down. Then go up here. So if you wanted to come by and get the resource from every single storage like this, this one would be full first, and then you just work your way down. However, we're going to build something else that moves all those resources to another point. So that's actually what we're going to do now. That's what this transfer is. Transfer container will allow us to move all that stuff to this one. We can easily just yank everything off of this or transfer straight to our ship. But my ship is full right now. Oh my gosh, look at that. That is so bad. This hotel is horrible right now. Okay. And it's not like this game helps it, but you see I'm kind of full on inventory. So I haven't. Oh my gosh, look at that. That is insane. Okay, let's get up here. And usually it works pretty good when I'm out of town, but man, it's kind of rough right now. I have a ship that actually has more space to it. It's not a very great ship. It's not a very good ship. I never finished it, but I can hold a lot more storage in there. Okay, let's go ahead and throw that stuff in there. Okay, so I need to go grab some lubricant. I'm going to grab some lubricant, and we'll be back to build that transfer. And we'll kind of close it out right there for the moment. So I'll be right back with you guys after I get the lubricant. Okay, fellas, I'm back. I got my lubricant. So, okay, let's go ahead and build basically a little transfer container. So what we're going to do is everything's filling up right there, right? And if we want to get our resources, we literally have to go to every storage and grab them. But with this, if we stick this kind of close right here, we want this kind of close to our starship deal. That way we can grab our loot and run back up, right? So let's go ahead and build that there. Your resources may take a different amount of mine since from the leveling point of view. I may level something up that changes that, but let's show you what this does. Right now we should have nothing in it, right? There's nothing in it. Basically we need to go back into this. Okay, and grab this bottom gas tank. So this is the last helium tank. How I set it all up, everything runs up here, then all the way down here, all the way to this one. We're going to take this one, and we're going to run it here. That's going to make it really simple. So now when all the helium runs through, it's going to come right here to us. There it is. And it'll keep filling this up until it hits its max. Then you take it, and it'll fill it up again. You take it, you take it, take it. It's easier than going to every storage grabbing the resources if you just grab them from this. So with that, guys, we got a working helium outpost here. That's it. I mean, that is it, right? It's just going to produce over time. Some people like to go sleep and instead of just go play the game, go do some other stuff, and then when you come back, you'll have plenty of resources here to gather. I believe. So let's take a look here. Okay, so if you don't know this, right, you can get to your ship's inventory without being in your ship. If you just come down here at the bottom left, you'll see your ship. Just hit the X button on the Xbox remote, and you can see your inventory inside of your ship. You can see your inventory, and you can see the outpost inventory. And you can just click on the outpost inventory, and you can hit take all resources. I'm not going to take them. We're just going to let them grow. But you can see they're there, and you can see all the resources you currently have on your ship and what kind of resources you're carrying and things like that, and transfer them. So with that, guys, that is quickly just a quick guide on how you make a functional outpost. So with that, we got resources growing here, and typically this doesn't even though the number's staying at 82, when you're at the outpost, they don't tend to keep moving. Let me give you an example. I believe there's going to be stuff sitting in here. No, maybe it is moving. It's glitching. Usually they don't move, though. Oh, there it goes. Look, 87. Okay, so they finally came through. Okay, that is it. That's basic. And then from here, obviously, you can do some other stuff. Build a habitat. You know, there's little buildings you can build and things like that, and we'll go through that another time. Right now it's about creating a resource center. One other little thing to do, and every time you go to one of these, you create an outpost. And helium, you'll most likely have a helium outpost. Just put you down a workbench. Just put you down a workbench, and maybe update your name. You just come over to this, tap it, hit the X button. Oh, what is going on? What is going on? Oh, I'm on, that's right. I'm on computer, so I have to type it in. Okay. I'm playing on the Xbox Cloud remotely, but it let me type it in. So I just named it Helium. And that way I can easily find this outpost later. So guys, this is just the beginning point. Now, there's more we can do with our outpost to get all our resources to one point. I don't want to go too much into it now, but basically we're gonna go to, let's just go to my next, let's go to the copper. That's fine. Let's go to the copper depot. I got the outpost for copper here. So currently, guys, I got 4 different outposts set up. Dude, I don't even see any of my stuff. Oh, there they are. Okay. It's like way over there. Let's move this. Let's move this right over here. That's better, right? So you can see all the green lights. It looks like my warehouses are pretty full, right? This thing is probably full. And when I take the copper, look, it fills it up with more. So what we're going to do, and you can't grab more when you're overcumbered. Basically, what you got to do, and look, we can literally move them just like this. You can see how many total we have. We have way more than that, but that's in the transfer. You see, well, I take that back because there's a lot more. There's a ton. I think that thing's kind of glitching out, but okay. So if you hit square, or I'm sorry, thinking of PlayStation remote. If you hit X and then you take all, you can do it again, right? It'll keep stocking it up as you take it. But I'm not going to keep taking it. We're just going to leave it here. And right now, we got 4 outposts on this planet. And I had to go to every single one of them to collect my materials. What if I want to get all of them linked together to where I only have to go to one of these facilities and grab all my stuff? Guys, that is what we're going to run to in the next video. Hopefully it doesn't take very long to get it out. But we'll continue this on the next one. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this helped you build a resource outpost for some resources. Next, we're going to take your resources, your outposts, and link them all into one. That way we can just go to one outpost and collect all our materials. So guys, with that, thank you so much. And we're going to start off exactly where we leave off on the next one. Let me know if you got any questions. Thank you.